Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Just a few minutes ago, Bradley Walsh shocking death. Fans are very upset today. It was a warm June evening across the UK, the type that brought out barbecues, iced drinks, and loyal telly fans tuning into their beloved ITV programming. Tonight promised double the excitement, a high-stakes celebrity special of the chase, immediately followed by the glitzy extravaganza of Soccer Aid. What no one could have expected was the chaos about to unfold, one that would blur the lines between trivia and football and leave the nation questioning which side they were truly on. In Studio 7 of ITV's London HQ, Bradley Walsh adjusted his cufflinks with a grin. Tonight's The Chase lineup was unlike any other. A celebrity special timed to lead into Soccer Aid. He was joined by four famous faces: TV chef Gino Da Campo, pop legend Pixie Lott, former footballer Jamie Redknapp, and the unpredictable wildcard, comedian Catherine Ryan. "I feel like we're not just playing for charity tonight," Catherine said with a smirk. "We're playing for bragging rights at Soccer Aid's after-party." The chaser tonight? Paul Sinha. The Cinnamon was prepared, poised, and a little more on edge than usual. "There's a rumour floating around that tonight's show will be streamed live on the Soccer Aid pre-show," he murmured to Bradley. "ITV synergy, mate," Bradley replied, half laughing. "It's the future." As lights dimmed, the music blared, and cameras rolled, the game began. Round after round, the celebrities outperformed expectations. Jamie Redknapp, used to pressure from the pitch, breezed through questions. Gino dazzled with surprising knowledge about Shakespeare and botany. Pixie's calm, laser-sharp memory proved useful in tight moments. But Catherine, she dominated. Even Paul Sinha was caught off guard. "Are you sure you're not secretly moonlighting on Mastermind?" he asked her. "I just really like Wikipedia," she deadpanned. The final chase was close. With £120,000 for UNICEF on the line, the celebrities had a 20-step lead. Paul had never chased such a confident team, and with only 2 questions wrong, the celebs won. The studio exploded in cheers. ITV cut to a promo. Coming up next, Soccer Aid's celebrity kickoff. It was meant to be a smooth transition. What no one expected was the social media flood that followed. Fans were jumping from the chase to Soccer Aid mid-show, thanks to a teaser leak showing something unbelievable. Paul Sinha changing into a full football kit in the backstage tunnel. Paul had never played in Soccer Aid. But moments after the chase wrapped, a frantic ITV producer rushed him with a jersey. Emergency substitution. One of the celebs pulled a hamstring. "You're up." "Sinha, you're in." "I'm a quizzer, not a midfielder." But the cameras were already rolling, and the crowd at Old Trafford was roaring. Minutes later, the nation watched Paul Sinha enter the pitch in neon green cleats, bewildered but determined. The chase fandom exploded. Memes flew. Tweets comparing his goalkeeping stance to his posture during the final chase flooded in. Meanwhile, in households across Britain, something peculiar happened. Fans who had never watched a moment of football were glued to the screen, not for Beckham, not for Usain Bolt, but for the man known as the Cinnamon. For ITV, this crossover was a PR dream. At first, but then the unexpected happened. The chase started losing live viewership for the first time in years. Viewers were switching over before the game ended. Why watch Bradley ask about Russian Tsars when Paul might save a penalty kick from Idris Elba? One fan posted. Red flags went up in ITV's control room. Ratings reports flashed. Viewer counts were plummeting mid-episode of The Chase, while Soccer Aid hit record numbers early. Bradley was furious. Are we the warm-up act now? He growled backstage, scrolling through tweets. Producers tried to soothe him. This is good, Brad. It's exposure. It's sabotage, he muttered. After the match, an impromptu press conference brought tensions to a head. Paul Sinha, dripping in sweat, approached the mic. I just wanted to beat a few celebs at general knowledge, he said, smiling. Didn't expect to save 2 penalties. Bradley Walsh marched over, took the mic, and said, Let's get one thing straight. He's not a footballer. He's my chaser. The crowd laughed nervously. But isn't that the point of Soccer Aid? Piped in Jemmy Redknapp. We switch roles. For charity. Bradley didn't respond. But ITV's social media posted a clip that night captioned, The chaser becomes the chased. Who's next? The next week brought chaos. ITV announced a surprise crossover series, Chase the Pitch, a hybrid game show meets football match. Fans would vote live on which celebrities would face off in quizzes, then settle tiebreakers on a 5-a-side pitch. Bradley refused to host it. This is madness. We've gone from quiz show to gladiator arena. Producers offered the hosting role to former footballer and smooth-talking pundit Gary Lineker. He accepted. Paul Sinha was asked to co-host. He hesitated. I owe everything to the chase, he told Bradley over lunch. Bradley raised an eyebrow. Do you? Chapter 7. Backlash and Loyalty. The Chase's core fan base didn't take the changes lightly. Petitions popped up. Forums exploded. Bring back Bradley. Stop turning everything into Soccer Aid. Quizzing isn't football. Meanwhile, Chase the Pitch aired its first episode and pulled in 5 million viewers. Celebrities were tripping over quiz buzzers and footballs. It was entertaining chaos. Paul was torn. As ratings soared, his mentions filled with both praise and betrayal. One fan even tweeted, You either die a chaser or live long enough to become a winger. ITV planned a grand finale for Chase the Pitch, Team Bradley versus Team Sinha, a showdown that would include trivia rounds, football skills, and live public votes. Bradley agreed reluctantly. The build-up was enormous. Trailers aired daily. Merch flew off the shelves. Bookies placed bets on who would win. Fans debated whether Paul's penalty saves mattered more than his quiz accuracy. On game night, with 10 million watching, the trivia round was neck and neck. Then came the football half, and Bradley, surprisingly nimble, scored twice. In the final quiz showdown, Bradley nailed a 5-question streak. The crowd chanted his name. It was clear. He wasn't just a game show host. He was the general of ITV. After the show, Paul and Bradley met privately. You won, Paul said. We won, Bradley corrected. You brought new fans. I brought the old guard. ITV capitalized on the unity. A new series was greenlit, The Chase, World Tour, featuring celebrity guests, international trivia, and minute challenges from sports to cooking to acting. Paul and Bradley would co-host. Fans rejoiced, forums cheered, and viewership stabilized across both The Chase and Soccer Aid, now forever linked by one unpredictable night. Years later, ITV would dub the era the Switchover Saga. A documentary would trace how one accidental substitution turned a trivia show into a cultural juggernaut. Bradley, now retired, would joke in interviews. I lost my viewers, found them on the pitch, and dragged them back. Paul, teaching quiz theory at a university, would smile when asked about the night. You never really switch off from the chase, he'd say. But sometimes switching over is just what the world needs.